people in the olden days, they would cry for mercy. Jesus, have mercy, have mercy. Everybody that Jesus had to pay attention to had cried for mercy. They were all crying for mercy. And so that's so very important to realize. That's what we are doing here. And we are getting sort of an admonition, an encouragement here through Solomon to not let mercy forsake us. In other words, to always know, like David had indicated when he got a hold of that revelation, when he said, surely only goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. That's what Solomon is saying. Don't let that forsake you. Don't let that forsake you. Always expect mercy and truth to cover you. Mercy and truth to cover you. So 2 Corinthians 9:8 is our mercy. That's where we receive our mercy, because that's Christ in there. That is Jesus in there, in the form of scripture. Jesus parading himself in our midst. And so that's who we are paying attention to, and that's who we are crying to for attention as well. So we are saying that have mercy on us according to the truth in 2 Corinthians 9. That's what we want to make sure we embrace in our lives. And so we are told here to not let that forsake us, and then to bind it around our neck. When now he's telling you, bind it around your neck. Bind mercy and truth around your neck. And then he says, write them on the tablet of your heart. And the tablet of your heart. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Now he said mercy and truth must not be forsaken. So 2 Corinthians 9:8 is our mercy right there. This mercy goes with truth. So he says, so if we are going to allow mercy to hang around our neck and allow the truth of 2 Corinthians 9:8 to hang around our neck to be our identification, he says in verse number 4, so, see, so, he says, and so, he connects it to the top, He says, and so find favor and a high esteem in the sight of God and men. See now? So find favor and high esteem in the sight of God and men. That's where we are headed with 2 Corinthians 9:8. That's where 2 Corinthians 9:8 is taking us. It is taking us to the end. So find favor. That's what we are finding in 2 Corinthians 9:8. If we don't let it depart from our neck, if we allow it to hang around our neck, we use 2 Corinthians 9:8 to turn to this side, to turn to this way, to turn to this way, to turn to this. When you look this way, 2 Corinthians 9:8. When you look to this way, 2 Corinthians 9:8. You use it to see everywhere. You make it hang around your neck. He says, once it's hanging around your neck, he says, and so that's how you're going to find favor. You see, you find favor in the sight of God and men. So he says you find favor and high esteem in the sight of God and men. So when you look at that favor there is the truth from the mercy. It's the truth. It's the truth that now comes from crying to Jesus as your mercy and saying, have mercy on me and let me see you, according to 2 Corinthians 8, what you have for me in 2 Corinthians 8 come out. He says we need to write that on the tablet of our heart. So just as a matter of reminding ourselves what we are doing, because as it says there, we need to write it on the tablets of our heart. Psalms 45 tells us, my heart overflows with a good thing, it must overflow with a good thing. My heart indicts a good matter. So indaba enhle ile elapha yalo musa yalesihe, yalokuhawukelwa uNkulunkulu uKristu lapha ku2 Corinthians 9:8. Indaba enhle ke le yalapha ku2 Corinthians 9:8 eyokuthi sibe nomusa wonke ezintweni zonke, ngezikhathi zonke, sibe nokwanela konke, sivame imisebenzi yonke yomusa. That is what our heart needs to indict and overflow with. That's what needs to be fed into our heart. And as we feed that into our heart, so we keep feeding 2 Corinthians 9:8 into our heart. So 2 Corinthians 9:8 in our heart becomes the truth of favor. It becomes the truth of favor and high esteem. So we find truth. I mean, we find the truth in the form of favor and high esteem in the sight of God and man. And that's what we want to see. So you can begin to see that it's exactly what Jesus said in John 8:32. I mean 3:31 and 32. If you continue in my way, if you continue in that 2 Corinthians 9:8, then you will find favor and high esteem in the sight of God and man. In other words, if you continue in 2 Corinthians 9:8, he says, you will know the truth. You will know the truth. And we keep seeing repeatedly that every time we see the truth is going to have to come in a way that we can identify. The truth must come in a way that we can use. You must be able to attach a name to the truth you've got in your life. You know, so this truth, we need to know it. We need to know it as it is. We need to know it as favor. The truth is favor. Not because of like these. In verse number 5. In verse number 5. Just reminding you what we are doing throughout this time we are together as we come. We are committing our way. Course in our life. 2 Corinthians 8 is very, very, very detailed, explicit. It's very, very much. We need to know what we expect for God to bring to pass. God is able to make all. You see, it's all grace. That's what every favor. You see that every favor and every blessing, all the blessings that must be there according to what you want to be specific about. So 2 Corinthians 9:8 is busy doing that for us to bring about every favor and every blessing. And then it says, so that we are always sufficient. Self-sufficient means we have more than enough.